Once upon a time, in a small, bustling town, there lived a young woman named Emma. She was known for her radiant smile, boundless energy, and her unshakable optimism. She had a job she loved, a close-knit circle of friends, and a family who adored her. To everyone around her, Emma was the epitome of health and happiness. But behind her bright smile, Emma was fighting a silent battle, one that no one knew about. Emma had always felt like something was a bit off. It started as a slight fatigue that would come and go. At first she dismissed it. Life was busy. Work, socializing, errands. Who didn't feel tired sometimes, right? But the tiredness started creeping in more frequently. And then she began noticing her heart racing out of nowhere. Her chest would feel tight, and she could hear her heartbeat echoing in her ears. One evening, after a particularly long day, Emma went for a walk in the park to clear her head. But as she strolled under the dimming sky, her legs felt like they were made of lead. Her heart pounded harder, and she suddenly couldn't catch her breath. She sat down on a nearby bench, clutching her chest, and tried to calm her nerves. "It's just stress," she whispered to herself, trying to rationalize the sensation. But the next day, it happened again. This time, her hands were trembling. Emma decided it was time to go to the doctor, though she wasn't sure what to expect. The doctor, an older woman with a calm demeanor, listened intently as Emma described her symptoms. "It could be anxiety," the doctor suggested, "but I think it's worth exploring further." After a series of tests, Emma was diagnosed with a condition she never expected: tachycardia, a heart rhythm disorder where the heart beats too quickly. It was a condition that could cause the symptoms she had been experiencing: palpitations, fatigue, and difficulty breathing. Her heart, while still strong, was working harder than it needed to. The news hit Emma hard. She had always considered herself healthy. This wasn't supposed to be her story. "But I'm fine," she argued with the doctor. "I can still work, still do everything." The doctor smiled kindly. "It's not about what you can do, Emma. It's about how your heart feels. Your body is trying to tell you to slow down." For the first time in a long while, Emma sat still. Her life, which had been a whirlwind of activity, suddenly seemed so fast. She realized how little she had paid attention to her health, assuming that youth and energy would carry her through. But now, her heart was demanding attention, and this time, it wouldn't be ignored. Emma began her treatment, which included medications to regulate her heart rate and lifestyle changes, exercising more gently, practicing meditation, and learning how to listen to her body's signals. She had to adjust her life in ways she hadn't anticipated, but slowly, she started to feel a sense of balance. Months passed, and Emma became more attuned to her own health. She understood that her heart wasn't just an organ that kept her alive. It was a reflection of how she lived her life. She shared her story with her friends and family, encouraging them to prioritize their health before it became an emergency. "We often forget to check on our hearts until they tell us they can't take it anymore," she would say. One day, while sitting in her favorite cafe with a book in hand, Emma caught a glimpse of herself in the reflection of the window. Her face still held that familiar smile, but there was a quiet strength in her eyes. She had faced the battle of her health, and through it, she had learned that true strength came not from always pushing forward, but from knowing when to pause and listen. Her heart, steady now, had taught her an important lesson. Sometimes we need to slow down to heal, and only then can we continue to move forward. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow the channel and subscribe for more inspiring stories.